Yeah, see what those actually show us.
You ready? All right, let's roll, nerds.
All right, Judge, page 1, Aguilar, come on up.
You are Jose Aguilar Barera. You speak English? Ok, toma asiento, por favor. Vamos a esperar.
Judge, I can call the next one up.
Ok.
And then I'll text you. Page 11, Jackson, come on up.
You are LaToya Jackson. Ms. Jackson, you were charged with fraudulent destruction of a price tag. You are facing up to 6 months in jail and or $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to, bless you. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
Yes,
Okay.
sir. On December 30th, 2024, the officer was dispatched to a theft at a business in Harris County, Texas. Upon arrival, the officer spoke with a loss prevention officer who advised he was watching surveillance when he noticed the defendant removing price tags off items and placing them on different items in her basket. The total was $136.27. And when the officer spoke with the defendant, she admitted to removing price tags and placing them on different items before checking out.
Jackson, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer, ma'am? Do you work? What do you do for a living?
Healthcare.
Okay. What kind of money do you make a month? Do you have any children? Okay. Do you get support for the child? Did you want to apply for an appointed lawyer? Okay. Do you mind giving an application, please? Deputy Lopez is going to give you an application. I'll have you fill it out. I'll see. I need to know everything about you, and I'll take a look to see whether you qualify. If you do, I'll provide you a lawyer today, man. Please.
All right, Judge, I can call the Spanish supervisor.
Okay.
You are any bond conditions for?
Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you so much. Yes. No going, where was it from?
The Walmart.
Okay, no going to any Walmart.
Yes, Judge.
If you don't mind filing that, and then, hey, I forgot to do conditions, and so before she goes, we'll do, no going to Walmart.
That's from the state.
Yeah. All right, you are Aguilar Barera.
Con palabra.
Sí, soy yo.
Yes.
Okay, sir, you were charged with driving while intoxicated. You are facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. The officer initiated a traffic stop after observing the defendant failed to maintain a single lane and run over a curb in an underpass in Harris County, Texas. Upon contact, the officer observed unsteadiness, slurred speech, bloodshot eyes, and a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage. The defendant did not consent to standard field sobriety tests. The DIC was read, and the defendant refused a blood and breath sample. A search warrant was signed and executed.
Can you see any prior DWIs? And have you see it?
I have no license on file, and there's no prior DWIs.
Okay. Mr. Aguilar Barrera, I don't know what your immigration status is, but if you were in this country without permission and you go to jail long enough and immigration finds you, they will put an immigration detainer on you and you will be stuck in custody until this case is over with. And then you will be shipped off to immigration where you will sit for another 6 to 9 months. You do not have a Texas driver license. You are not allowed to drive. Do you understand?
Sí, señor.
Yes, sir.
I don't care what's going on in your life. I don't care if you need groceries. I don't care if there's a burning building and you have to save 50 kittens. You drive, I can have a contempt hearing. I can hold you in contempt, slap you with another 6 months in jail and or a $500 fine every time you drive. You will be signing an affidavit with me today promising me you're not going to drive. Do you understand?
Sí, lo entiendo.
I am also ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. You will be randomly tested. If I find that you're consuming any kind of alcohol or illegal drugs, likewise, you will go to jail. No more PR bonds for you. You got out of jail quick because we gave you a PR bond. If you pick up a new case or violate conditions, I will revoke your bond and you will be stuck in there for at least 6, maybe 10, maybe 12 hours. And that's when immigration will put their clutches all over you. This is the only warning you're going to get. Heed this warning. How old are you, sir? What do you do for a living? How much money do you make a month?
Como unos 3,000 al mes.
All right, we're going to give you time to go hire a lawyer. So I'm going to have you come up here.
I have an attorney.
Oh, you do?
Sí, hay abogado.
Business.
Androgen.
Oh, Androge? Okay, so this is what we'll do. I'm going to have you swear to us you're not going to drive. I'll get you to Victoria to sign a reset. I'll have you meet with Felicia for your bond conditions, and then we'll just have you wait in back for your lawyer to arrive.
Gracias.
Please.
Thank you, señor.
All right, Judge, next is page 16, Robert Moore. Come on up. And Judge Ramon, please, got a call from the council.
On Mr. Moore? Who?
Judge Sydney Sexton.
Did she indicate whether she's going to be here today?
Yeah, she said she's 15 minutes away.
So we'll just wait for her to get here then, okay?
Okay.
All right, Judge, page 19, Prowler, come on up.
You are Mr. Prowler. Is it, did I say it right? Prowler or Prowler? Is it Prowler? Sir, you're charged with criminal trespass. You are facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On December 30th, 2024, the officer was dispatched to a doctor's office in Harris County, Texas, in regard to a criminal trespass. The officer made contact with the complainant and the witness, and the complainant and the witness stated the defendant had an appointment at the doctor's office several hours prior, was asked to leave, and the defendant stated he was not going to leave. The officer found the defendant and the complainant, and the complainant and witness pointed to him, stating that that was the defendant. The officer told the defendant he needed to leave or he would be arrested, to which the defendant refused, stated, "Let's do this," and turned around, putting his hands behind his back.
Have a lawyer, sir?
Yes, sir.
Is he coming here today? Let's do this. I'm going to hold off on it real quick. I'm going to have you take a seat. Let's wait for your lawyer to get here and then we'll.
That's exactly what he told me. He told me to just explain to you that.
Don't. Let's wait for your lawyer.
He's asked me to, or somebody to explain regarding the case itself. He simply told me to tell you he'll be here as soon as possible.
Okay, just hang tight for me, take a seat for me, and then let me know when he gets here and then we'll continue. Okay, any THAs? We're done.
Time to go home.
Let's go home. So I was talking with my other brethren and they said you can on an electric. Hi.
So
So let me see what I can find for you real quick.
I did reach out and I did get an answer back yesterday. And I was told that she can do a portable device, Judge, and that she would not have to do the non-driving affidavit.
Really?
And they sent the contract over, so they will be sending it over to us and let everyone be aware since she does have insurance and since she is eligible to drive.
Oh,
So I don't know where the electric car.
Ms. Gomez said this?
Yes,
Okay, I
yes.
mean, if that's, okay,
And so I know we spoke with her yesterday, so we got to get, of course, everything notarized, signed, and then get her to get the portable. We're hoping to have everything complete by Thursday because we're set to come back here on Thursday with everything taken care of, Judge.
here, let me see. Okay, I just sent it to you. Just take a look and I don't know if this is gonna, whether she wants to do this or whether she would rather do the other one, because on an interlock, you're only blowing when you drive versus when you have a portable device, you're gonna blow in it 3-4 times a day. And it may be at, what if you're in a meeting with a bunch of people and then it goes, okay, blow. If you don't blow, you're in violation, then they're gonna kick you out. So let her know that it's probably gonna be at one of the most intrusive times when it's gonna require her to blow versus just getting it in the car. She only blows when she drives.
Yeah, and I don't know why I thought it said scheduled, even with the being before it said a scheduled time, when you're still part of the low.
I don't know if they put a blow schedule on it in the car. I don't think they do. But I know that when you have a portable, there's always a blow schedule, where here you may not get one. I don't think that they do put blow schedule on it.
Okay, I would
But it's worth letting her know this is an option worth exploring.
Definitely,
So,
okay, thank you, Judge.
for sure.
Judge, we're still in.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
to give you
Because
clean.
these are ugly.
Oh, yeah.
Look at
My
these. These
God,
are
look
all-
at, did you see this case we got? Holy moly.
What's the name?
Cordova.
Oh, yeah.
Do we have him today? Do you know?
I think that was. No, not today.
It's on docket today. Hey, you remember the 3 transfers from Court 8? One's on docket today, Cordova. Right?
I'm still waiting on that. Sure. You requested several times.
Hey, tell me. Yeah.
We do have another case on docket, Judge.
Okay.
Maybe Jesse Ferrera.
Okay.
This was the one, Judge, that we approached on where we didn't submit the mitigation package because we were awaiting the accident report, which is typically required because an accident was involved in order to get possible entrance into the DWI PTI program.
Okay.
With that said, I know that was the issue of never having the accident report submitted.
Do you have it now?
I still don't have it, but I did submit the
Your Honor,
mitigation.
we did request it again yesterday, and we've been following up consistently. There's at
Who
least
are
5
you asking it from?
from,
The actual officer?
yeah, we're asking it from, yes, from the, was the administrator from the constable precinct. We haven't asked the actual officer himself. We've asked the administrator involved.
How many times have you asked?
The prosecutor that was handling it, I know there was a shift, but she stepped out one morning and actually called and spoke to the officer who said she did have an accident report. And it was just a matter of clicking, I think, some buttons to get it on over. And I know that the state has been diligently following up on that, but it's on HPD or whoever.
So let's do this.
constable's
Subpoena the officer to come to court.
Yes, Judge.
I mean, we'll give it a week. So the officer's got to be here in 7 days with report in hand. Subpoena is taken. If they're not here, I'm gonna have a show cause hearing. The case is 200 days old. They still don't have a damn accident report.
Yes, Judge.
Unacceptable.
And there are some offers, Judge, but of course, we're not willing to move forward on any of
No,
that.
I mean, you got to have all the evidence before you can make an informed decision. And it's 200 days, you still don't have an accident report. You should have gotten that within the next 30 days.
Yes, Judge, we'll subpoena the officer.
So we'll roll to 7/14, I'm sorry, 1/14. And then I'll waive the appearance and we'll go from there. Okay? All right,
Thank you.
thanks. Diana Galindo, come up. Take a seat for me in the jury box.
Morning, Judge. I have Miss Galindo.
Come up, Ms. Galindo. Come up, ma'am. Is this a first or a second?
This is a first. So Judge, I know that there was she missed on the 19th and the 31st. She's been in a situation where she's only been working part-time. She lost her phone service. I've explained to her that it's her duty to call in and make sure that she doesn't have a drug test on every day. She has been using her mom's phone. The issue is that when her mom goes to work, she doesn't have a phone. I told her that she needs to be able to call and check in every day as the bond conditions require of her. So as she's told me, she is getting a new phone, which should make the situation easier. I've told her she needs to update pretrial services with if her phone number changes, what her message phone is, all those things.
I'm sending you for a drug and alcohol test now, and I hope that you don't test positive. And I'm going to tell you, if this happens again, 3 strikes, you're out. You've missed 2 tests. I don't care what your excuse is. You're supposed to abide by the bond condition of this court. And when you don't, there are serious consequences. You get no more passes. Do you understand? Now I can't trust you. So I'm also now going to give you a device, So now I'm not going to have you call in. I'm going to give you a device. And if I find that you consume, you're going to go to jail. But first things first, I'm going to send up her drug and alcohol test now. We'll have her come back. Assuming she's negative, I'm going to give her a device. If she's positive, we'll have to take another route, but hopefully you're not. All right, take a seat for me.
Judge, I'd like to set this for jury trial, in this case. I'll get a jury trial.
Whatever you want.
Thank you. Sure.
Of course.
Judge, you said you'd like to wait till she returns for a device?
Correct. Because if she's positive, then I don't know what we're going to do. But
Judge, we have another.
okay.
Page 23, White, come on up. Yes.
Take a seat for me in the jury box, ma'am. Nope, in the jury box. I don't know what we're going to do. I mean, she's multiple FTAs. It's 240 days. Take a seat for me in the jury box, ma'am. Have you reached out to Jillian? Do you know?
I'll send her an email. I sent her.
Do we have her here anyways today? Do you know? Do we have her here anyways? No?
I'll send her.
All right. Hi, Kim.
Can I get Mr. Harrison from the jury box to do it?
Sure.
Yeah, I did.
Hi, how are you? What's new?
Williams.
Okay. Hi, come on. Yes, ma'am.
I'm here on Raymond Henderson.
You said Peterson?
Henderson.
Henderson, okay.
We're trying to work out a fugitive. I just wanted to know if the court would be willing to give him time or credit for the time that he served out of county before he was extradited here.
Sure, of course. Yeah, I mean, it's young though, isn't it? No. The case,
Oh,
the case.
Yeah.
It's only,
Sorry.
right?
Yes, it's a newer case. He's got about 17 days of credit built up from out of county. And then he also has some credit here in Harris County.
Okay. What offers have you given?
So we gave a 30-day offer, so we're expecting that with the credit to be time served.
Okay, yeah, I'm down, for sure.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thanks. Hi,
Hi,
good morning.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
I am approaching this morning on Robert Moore.
War?
Yes, Moore.
More with an M. Okay. Oh, he's not.
Oh, no, that's somebody else. They both have the same last name.
Mhm.
Yeah, I have another case that got moved to Friday. Her last name is Moore. No,
Is this is a new case?
yes, it is. It's a new case.
You mind bringing him up? Oh, this is the case. Okay, okay, right. All right, good morning, Mr. Moore. Sir, you're charged with possession of marijuana. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On December 31st, 2024, the officer initiated a traffic stop for the defendant's vehicle speeding 61 miles per hour in a 50-mile-per-hour zone at the 6100 block of South Highway 225. The officer made contact with the defendant, driver of the vehicle, and the officer observed an odor of marijuana. The defendant stated someone else possibly smoked marijuana inside the vehicle, and a PC search was conducted. The officer located 3 individual packages with a green leafy substance known to be marijuana based on training experience. The officer located these packages inside a red backpack on the back seat of the vehicle, and the marijuana was weighed, and the weight was 2.87 ounces.
Did you say, you said speeding? Did you?
61 and a 50.
Got it. Okay.
And the issue that I have with the PC, so in regards to the speeding allegation, there were 2 cars in front of my client prior to him being stopped. It was 3 a.m. in Pasadena. He had the nicer car, was pulled over. And also my client explained to officer when he asked him about the smell in the vehicle, he did tell him that he had CBD in the car. He said that I had 3 packs. I just purchased it. They're in my backpack in a bag. They were unopened at the time. The officer did take the bag so that he wasn't, he didn't know how CBD looked or smelled. So he was just gonna find it to be marijuana and would take him in for that, even though my client did prove up the fact that it was CBD. in regards
But
to-
if it's CBD and it's unopened, it wouldn't smell, right? Because it's vacuum sealed.
Well, no, he said he smelled something in the car, but the substance that he found in the packages, they were unopened, and those were CBD. That's what he said that he found to be marijuana. But my client let him know that this is CBD, it's in my backpack. When you search, you're gonna find it, it's gonna be in there. But I purchased it earlier today from a smoke shop. And so when the officer did retrieve them out of the backpack and asked about it, he's like, well, I can't tell the difference between, what CBD and marijuana is. I only know marijuana, so I'm gonna have to take you in on that.
What form is this CBD in?
It was like in a little,
Is it,
it was a flower, so.
it is a flower.
Mhm. So I do know that the CBD flower and cannabis flower, they look very similar, so.
Your Honor, if I may, so as the DIMS establishes, so the odor was enough from the search, and finding that leafy substance is enough, because upon further testing, it may or may not, but just for the purpose of probable.
So I think for probable cause purposes, I think it's enough because the odor, right? Now, they're gonna test it. If it tests different, then there we may have an issue. But as far as probable cause, and you know, your record speaks for itself, Mr. Moore. Anytime you get pulled over, what's gonna happen?
They gonna search me.
You know what I mean? This is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 marijuana case. Anytime you get pulled over with your record, what's gonna happen? Every single time. So why give them a reason? You know, really, we keep coming back and forth and back and forth and no. Can you run his license if he has?
Eligible, Your Honor.
All right, I'm not gonna put any conditions, just be careful. Don't pick up any new cases because I'm gonna lose it at that point. Just, you've got a great lawyer, listen to her, she'll take care of you. If she tells me she can't get a hold of you, I'm gonna revoke your bond. Just be good, don't pick up any new cases. If you're gonna drive, make sure you have insurance, car insurance, all right? Okay, guys.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. All right. Hi.
Judge, I have an Anisha White on the docket.
Okay, it's getting up there, but
Yes.
not up there.
So I just asked the state to eval the last time they did. I would like to get a trial date, but.
Of course you can.
Okay, then I'll do that.
Sure. Yeah, just talk to Ramona, whatever you want.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Judge. And
of
then I
course.
also have a Coriel Dixon on the docket.
How's Miss Dixon doing?
She's doing well. Judge, she.
Did you finish it yet or what?
No, her last class was on 12/19. Then they took a break, and they come back tomorrow. She brought her over the break homework and study guides that she's filled out.
Okay.
So she's been working on it. I asked her tomorrow when she goes back to figure out exactly how long it's gonna be before she takes the test, because she took the evaluation test already. Those results aren't back yet, because that was right before the break. So we should know in the next couple of days, hopefully.
So let's set it off a week to see, and then we'll go from there. And then, but we're there, we can do just a longer day, huh?
Yep, sounds good.
Yeah,
Thank you,
okay,
Judge.
thanks, bud.
There was a video that's just found in this case.
I know, I saw it. That's why it's. So what, come on up.
Good morning, Judge.
Is he here? Is that him? That's not him, right?
No,
Okay.
my understanding is that he is still home with a sick child. I do have a doctor's note that I showed to the state. I don't know if that's sufficient for the court, but that's.
Okay. Yeah, it's just regular. Okay. Yes, ma'am. You ready? Hey. Come up, Mr. Harrison.
Yeah.
Was today his regular setting, or was it a setting that we brought him in because he has bond violations?
This is regular setting.
Okay,
We had accepted the plea offer and we're ready to move forward today, before I got that email.
I have here that you have bond violation, Mr. Harrison, in that you were continuing to use alcohol. You are entering into a probation now, and I'm warning you that if you test positive again, I can amend your conditions, and I will, to put you into a rehab facility. And I can take you there kicking and screaming, and I don't care what is going on in your life. But if you continually show me that you cannot stop, then I'm going to do it my way. And I promise you, you're not going to like the way that I do it. It is a minimum of 9 months in treatment if you respond well. Do you understand? But it could be in an inpatient facility for up to 1.5 years of your life spent with me in jail. Do you understand? If I didn't get your attention enough last time, heed this warning now, because you will not get another one. You are charged with driving while intoxicated, second offense. They have agreed to reduce it to a first. And I hope that you thank them because thereby you are now not going to do 5 days in jail because that would be the mandatory minimum for you if you plead on a second. But I'm going to tell you now, I'm going to keep you on a very short leash. And one false move, they're going to file a motion to revoke. And if they prove it to me that you violated this probation, get ready. For you to complete it, what are you pleading to is 180 days in jail to be probated for 15 months. As part of the conditions, you will do a repeat offender DWI education class. 2 victim impact panels. You must also do a TRAS. This TRAS is an evaluation to see what other conditions you may need. If they assess other conditions, which in my guess they're probably going to, you must fulfill those. It can be so much as intensive outpatient treatment, supportive outpatient treatment. Because you're continuing to drink while you're on bond for this case, it may very well say that you may need inpatient treatment. I don't know, but that's what you're agreeing to now. Do you understand? No drugs, no alcohol, random urinalysis. You must maintain a guardian interlock and a $100 one-time donation to MAD. One more thing that you must recognize here, that there is a requirement for a no breath test refusal. If you are driving in a car and you get pulled over, an officer asks you to submit to a breath test, you must submit to it. If you fail to, then they're going to take you to jail and you're in violation of this probation. Do you understand? You give up many rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you are not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty to this offense, it will go on your record. This is number 2. What happens the next time, Mr. Harrison? If I had one strand of hair, every time someone told me that it wasn't going to happen, I would have flowing, beautiful locks. You need to know what happens if you get pulled over again and you get charged with another DWI. What happens next time? You will be facing a 3rd-degree felony. You'll be facing a minimum of 2 years in prison, a maximum of 10 years in prison. If I were you, if you even have a sip of alcohol, I wouldn't get into a car because you were taking a humongous risk. You tell me now, well, it's not going to happen. You told me you weren't going to consume. Here we are. We've got you on a bond violation. Goes in here, goes out here. The only thing that matters are actions. Your words mean nothing. Actions speak louder than words, Mr. Harrison. How do you plead to the offense of driving while intoxicated, guilty or not guilty? I'm going to find you guilty. If you violate this probation, I'm going to issue a warrant for your arrest. I'm going to put you in jail. I'm going to bring you back out here in Orange. We're going to have a conversation as to whether you violated this probation. And if you did, you were looking at 180 days in jail. Do you understand? Okay. So the other thing that we have to do is the fines and fees for the DPS surcharge. It's a first. So it's a $3,000 fee, but let me ask you this, is this a 0.15 or above?
To your honor.
And is it alleged? Is it alleged on the information?
I believe it's alleged to be 0.15.
Okay. You should be walking out here with a $6,000 surcharge, but because they reduced it to a first, it's now a $3,000 surcharge. You must pay that in addition to the court cost. If you don't, for every $100 you owe, you will sit 1 day in jail. Do you understand? Okay. How do you plead to the offense? I will find you guilty. I'll send you to it. Good luck, son. Thank you, Ken. All right.
Judge, are you issuing a no tardy message?
He has the portable device at this time.
Okay.
His license is suspended until February 18th.
Okay, yeah, we need to do a no driving affidavit. You are not allowed to drive. I don't care what you're doing in your life. You'll be signing an affidavit with me today that you're not driving. I hope you're not driving at all. Take it seriously, Mr. Hunter, because if I catch you driving, get ready. Okay, so if he decides to, if he wants to drive, he needs the interlock before he even gets into a car driving. So we have to amend conditions to be able to do that. So you can't just start driving. You cannot just start driving. You are required to have an interlock in your car. There is a paper that we sent to DPS so that every officer in the state knows that if you drive, you're supposed to have an interlock. You get pulled over and you're driving and you don't have that interlock, they're going to take you to jail. Do you understand? Okay, talk to Kim. She can help you out when that time comes.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Kim. So the 3,000 plus the court cost, who's gonna pay all? Carl, hey. Yes, sir. I did. Man, when I was 19, my hair was so beautiful. Oh, man, it was like.
District 19.
I know, it's beautiful. Where the times are gone.
I have had Christopher Gomez on your docket yesterday.
Yes,
I was not here because I took my wife to the doctor.
don't worry about it.
It was reset till January 22. However, you apparently signed the BDR. And I guess it needs to be
Undone?
undone or rescheduled for one.
It's not on today?
We got a felony case pending.
You got a cause number for me?
Sure.
Okay. All right, what?
2544095. You got two cases. You better pull up one. He's got a felony case pending at 2/30 that was reset till January 17th. And I think the reason for the BDR is because of the felony. I'm not sure, but it doesn't really matter anyway. Just need you either set it for the 122 or undo it, whatever you want to do. Coordinate. It's already, I mean, the case is already reset to 142.
You see what he's talking about?
Yes, so the PDR was signed in one of them
Right, so we want to put it, I guess I can just change the date, put it on that day.
Right, I had only put it out to the felony because I didn't know if it would come back this week or.
Do you want a different day or do you want that day? Okay, yeah, so we can just change the date on that and put the 122 on it and it's,
Are we keeping it like set for law enforcement to address the BDR or we're just using this?
he's in custody. I mean, there's just, it's redundant. There's just no need. Sure, yeah. Where is it?
It's on the case number to begin 489.
Okay.
It's ready for activities. But they just signed it already.
25424.
Oh, it's still in ready for activities. Oh,
Yeah.
got it. Okay, done,
Thank you, Judge.
for sure.
So you're gonna continue supervision?
Yeah, I'll just continue because, I mean, really.
What's the last name again?
You ready for cause number?
25448.
Yeah, Bertrand.
Yes. Oh, hey, Frank, what's up?
Last name is Garcia. There's a couple of to-dos and eval setting on it. Mainly a room call. And I'd like to review it because as I was looking at it, the videos are like 20, ridiculous. But as I was looking at some of them, I saw several issues and I'd like to send her some case law.
How long do you want?
Much time as you can give me.
You want a regular reset?
Just a regular reset.
Okay, but at the next time you're over 190, so we need a decision on what you want to do. If he's doing the PTI route, we need him to be,
This is a second. So you can-
oh, it's,
Right.
I see, okay. So that time when he comes back, we got to know what you guys want to do.
All right, perfect. Judge.
Okay. Hey, of course.
Okay, so a couple things, Judge. Let's start off with easy today. Alexander Avalos, just a heads up, Judge, he is in jail. I'm gonna waive a bail hearing because his felony is set at no bond right now. So we'll sort of wait to see what happens with that.
Avalos.
Council for recess.
Yeah. So felonies 1-9, long one, or do you want the day after?
I was just thinking the day after, and then depending on that, we can definitely figure out bond and dealing with this case.
Got it. Okay,
All right, so then that one's done. All right, next one is Dustin Eli. So, would you accept
nothing.
a jail? What do you want to do?
Set up what we had originally intended to do,
Sure, sure.
but it's gonna depend on what happens upstairs, because I don't know what,
That's what I was thinking is,
So-
what if we just let them deal with it? Okay.
well, I don't know where he is. I don't know how things go up there anymore, but
No jail offer. Okay,
sorry. I mean, I'm not sorry, but I'm,
no,
I'll make sure that things are done right this time. I'm not playing this game with him.
I understand. Do you want to set it for after the felony? So he does say he hired.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's March 10th though, so are you okay with that?
Well, let's do 30, just in case. We'll
30
come
days.
back in 30.
He's not making bond, but we will.
If nothing has happened at that point, then we'll do another 30.
Sure, it's blood results, so I'll
Um,
keep it for 30, 30, 30.
It's going, I mean, I know it's a dumb question, Alex, but nothing's happened upstairs, right?
Nothing's happened as of now, Your Honor.
Any offers?
No offers, Your Honor.
Okay, because, at the end of the day, Shreya, I don't know how strong, I don't know how weak. What if they end up dismissing it? And that we've pled, he's done nothing, and, serves no one. So I'm scared for the future. And
All right, and I'll file a waiver of bail on him as well.
I think we've already done that.
Oh,
right?
yes, we did.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
don't worry about it. Yeah, but, so we'll do 30 and then we'll, yeah, okay.
Benson.
I have to admonish you. So before you leave, please.
Yes.
Yeah, come on. Ms. Jackson, I wanted to just apprise you that when we have cases of this nature, I forbid you from going back to the place in question. In this place, it's Walmart. You're not allowed to go to Walmart. You're not allowed to go to any Walmart for any reason. It doesn't matter. Do you understand? If we catch you at a Walmart or if you pick up a new case, I'm going to revoke the bond. I will put you in jail. No more PR bonds. You understand, man? Okay. Thanks. Thanks, Josh.
Good morning, Judge.
Hi.
I'm approaching on Jaime Estrada.
Okay.
He's here for a termination of PPI. The SOP, he said he's paid all the fees, but we're still waiting. I received a certificate.
Are you ready? Did you receive word that he's paid everything as well?
So the only thing about that, I emailed it to Brenda. We are waiting on Calgary's report from Miscellaneous. So as for an update, I've not received any.
Okay, so do you have anywhere else to go?
I do have to run to ERD. What time does Docket usually end?
But 12:30-ish,
Okay.
I mean, today's a light day, so maybe 12. I don't know, we haven't gotten word. I guess we could roll it to tomorrow to see.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that if we, if I come back and we're still waiting, if we roll it, can we waive him just because he's here today? And.
Does he have a receipt that he's paid?
I can
Have you asked him?
I-
Yeah, see if he, because they're gonna give him a receipt anytime you pay, He should have a receipt.
Let me follow up. with
Yeah,
that.
see that, and then so that we know that he actually did pay, and then assuming that he did, then yeah, we'll waive tomorrow.
Okay.
Judge, can we, deal with the open warrants?
Oh, let's do this. I'm not gonna do anything until this lawyer gets here. All I know is he's got 3 open cases. They're all at 7503 because you continually take off. You come to court when you want to come to court. You don't come to court.
People say don't come to court, you talking about the probation.
Let's wait for your lawyer to get here and we'll see, but all I know is you've got 3 open cases. All the bonds are 7503, which indicates to me that you've taken off 3 different times. So let's see. So just take a seat for me.
Come to court for.
I mean, I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm gonna wait for your lawyer to get here and then we'll go from there.
Okay,
But you're supposed to come to court when the reset says, not when you want to come to court.
no, he told me not to come to court, Judge. He said not.
You can come to court, right? But you're supposed to come to court when the reset says. And we have multiple instances of you not doing that.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know how else to say it.
Well, then,
So let's wait for your lawyer to get here and we'll go from there.
okay.
Just take a seat.
Judge, I already emailed him because he got one of the.
He got another new one, so hopefully and he's usually pretty good about showing up. So.
Judge, I sent over the proof that his fees and such have been paid. I'm gonna come back.
You send it to.
To the seller. And she
Okay.
forwarded it to
Hi.
her.
Okay, so hopefully that will be
Right,
the,
I'm gonna come, I'm gonna run to ERD and come back,
Yeah.
but I was just wondering, is it okay if he leaves?
well, wait, I mean, since he's here, let's just wait to get the okay.
Okay.
And then if it's not already, then we can roll it and I'll wait it.
Okay,
Okay, but let's not let him leave yet, just in case.
okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Gentlemen.
I have looked at all the cases that are active right now for the strip.
Hey, you may want to email
Is
it
it 2B?
because I remember specifically that she was. And
Possible.
that the brother says, I know you didn't say, or unless I misunderstood her.
2B, but he didn't.
I don't know. if
It
that's
was a 2B and we raised it because he had his other cases. That he was, I think it was final. That's what-
Let me say, let me,
I'll let you know.
yeah. Hey, Jillian,
Yes, sir. I
Hi.
have a Ms. Layla White on docket. The state's offered a PTI. She said that, her phone was getting off spam, so she actually reached out to T-Mobile to put some sort of lock on her phone, and she wasn't getting any communications from the bonding company or from me during that time period.
come up, Miss White.
I will say before that time period, Ms. White was very communicative with me. I did speak with her regularly, and then all of a sudden I didn't, so.
You really expect us, you're gonna blame it on AT&T?
No, sir, I honestly.
You are even lucky to be getting a PTI offer at this point with as many times as you've taken off and the fact that your case is 250 days. We set cases for trial at 180 days, and your case is now 240 days old. What have you offered?
So we offered a 6-month PTI where she has to take a effective decision-making class and no drugs and alcohol.
Like the long effective decision-making class?
Discuss the online one.
Yeah, I mean,
If you're gonna do
Yeah, I believe it's a standard. Yeah.
that's what you guys are gonna do, then I'll give her a week to get it done. But I'm not doing any more. If you don't have it done in a week, I don't care if you come kicking, screaming, you blame it on whoever it may be, preventing you from doing it. I'm going to set your case for trial, or you're gonna end up taking another offer and you'll end up with a conviction. But you can't expect good things when you repeatedly take off failed to communicate with your client, and you just go AWOL. Would we care if you don't care? It's a rhetorical question you don't have to answer. But that's what's going on in our mind here. Why would we care if you don't care? You have been given an opportunity now. The ball is in your court. You have 1 week. If you don't get it done in that week, that tells you that you truly don't care. And I won't take anything else. Do you understand?
Yes, sir,
One
next Tuesday.
week. Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
All right.
I got it all done.
Judge Amprich. I was told Miss Galindo was negative. So I will wait for her and then I guess.
She's here.
Oh, is she back?
Come
Oh,
up.
there
All right,
she
come
is.
up. So I'm gonna give her a portable device now, okay? And she's gotta stick with it.
Or just a portable breath or what? Okay.
Yeah, and we'll waive the fee today. Yeah.
Okay. We'll get her on a portable. and then-
Don't want any more issues. You're on notice, 3 strikes. It's out of my hands.
Understand.
Okay, all right, guys, good luck.
Thank you, Judge.
Yeah. Right. Ready? How are you? You know. Who do you want to talk about first?
Let's do Lestrade.
Okay. Come up, Mr. Lestrade.
So Judge, there was misunderstanding on the case. So on his older cases, his appearance was waived. He wasn't required to come to court. It's when they did the new 2B on the new case, which I believe is beer and a bag of candy. And so that's when I tried to contact him to get him to come in. Couldn't get in contact with him. Then he had to schedule a court date for the old cases, and that's when the court revoked his bond based on those old cases. He said he received the letter, so he came in today to address the letter, obviously, and that's why he's here today.
So let's do probable cause on your newest case, because I don't know anything about it. Mr. Lestrade, you've now picked up a 3rd theft case. You're now stand charged with another Class B misdemeanor. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you, sir.
Yes, Judge. The officer was dispatched to a Walgreens in Harris County, Texas, and the complainant, the manager of the Walgreens, told officers that the defendant entered the store and proceeded to take several items, including a case of beer and a large pack of candy, and walked past all points of sale without paying. The complainant told the officers that most of the employees knew the defendant by name and sight.
Where is the trespass and the theft, the prior trespass and the prior theft? Can you tell me where those are?
They are also at a Walgreens. Let me see if it's the same location. It's the same location.
I told you when you first came here not to go back to the Walgreens. Not once, but twice. What should I do now, Mr. Lestrade? What should I do? You tell me.
Judge, just for the court's knowledge, my client is homeless. He doesn't have a place to stay, no employment. Has some assistance from his mom, but obviously that's not a whole lot. That's the number.
That mom over there?
I'm not sure.
No, it's not. She at home.
Did you come with mom today?
No, sir. She at home.
I don't know what to tell you, but here in court, we have resources, right? If you want resources, we're happy to give it to you. We had a kid in here yesterday, giving him resources to get a phone and a tablet. If you want a place to stay, we can find you a place to stay. If you want something to eat, we can get you something to eat. But how on earth can I continue to let you go when, number one, you don't come to court? Number two, you continue to go to the place we tell you not to go. Number three, you continue to pick up cases when we tell you not to over a damn case of beer and a large pack of candy. Mr. Lestrade, they know you at that Walgreens. Every single time you go back to that Walgreens, you have about every single eye in the sky looking at you every 15 ways from Sunday, watching your every move.
Yes, sir.
Ray, I'm sorry. I'm not going to give another PR moment. You know, perhaps, I don't know, but you're not getting it.
Can we at least address the bond though, Judge? Because I believe the bond's at.
Absolutely happy to. I agree that they're high. And what do you think?
Judge, I'd be asking for 500 on each case.
Okay, done. But the revolving door closes today.
Yes, sir.
It goes with you. I'm with you though. 500.
Appreciate it.
We're saying the bonds all in the
I will. Good morning, gentlemen. You are Mr. Lowry. You must be Mr. Benson then. All right, gentlemen, both of you have picked up criminal cases, and it looks like you've worked out an agreement with the state and your defense lawyer. It looks like both of you, Mr. Benson, are charged with theft, and you're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. And Mr. Lowry, you were charged with criminal trespass as well. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. The agreement you have worked out, Mr. Benson, is 22 days in jail, credit for the 22 days so that you are done today. You need to understand that this is an enhanceable offense. If you continue to pick up theft cases, at some point they're going to hit you with a felony, and instead of days, you will be looking at years. From now on, you are now facing a minimum of 30 days in jail. Do you understand? Mr. Lowry, you are with your criminal trespass, they've offered you 122 days in jail with credit for the 122 days that you've done. So likewise, you're also done with us today as well. It will go on your record. You can never take it off. And from now on, you're facing a minimum of 30 days in jail. Do you understand? Is this what both of you want to do?
Yes, sir.
You are giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, like I said, there's no turning back. It will go on your record. It'll stay there forever. How do you plead to the offense, Mr. Benson? I'm going to find you guilty. I will follow the agreement, send you to it. Mr. Lowry? How do you plead to the offense? Guilty or not guilty? All right. I'm going to find you guilty as well. I'm going to, if any enhancements, just abandon it.
On the.
Oh, do we need to do it on the
Well, there's
theft?
one with the second conviction. on
Got it.
theft.
All right. So, Mr. Benson, you have a prior theft from 2019. Is this true?
Yes, sir.
Okay. This now makes two. A third, you're looking at a felony charge. No matter if it's a pack of gum, a big pack of candy, be careful. You could be facing some serious time next time. You understand? Okay, so true to the first. We'll abandon the other one. All right, good luck, gentlemen. Thanks.
All right, gentlemen. Go ahead.
Oh, and Mr. Benson, your second case will be dismissed. I didn't realize you had it. Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
I apologize for addressing the court from a seated position. but
okay. We still love you.
Judge, I've got two cases on your docket this morning. They're out of the same, they're two different defendants. They're out of the same transaction. They're both illegal dumping cases. First is Rubio. First is Rubio, first name Nicholas.
I see it.
Basically, Judge, I was not able to get a hold of my client I have a special deal worked out with Mr. Goldberg in the environmental section of the DA's office. They're gonna do a cleaning green, and then he's gonna dismiss the case.
But you can't get a hold of your client.
But I got a hold of them over the Christmas holidays. Apparently they were out of town working, but they come back. They want to do the deal, so I'll get it closed up. He sent me the contract now, so I can get them to sign it, and we'll get them signed up. I don't know how long it's going to take because I don't know how full cleaning green is. But as soon as we can get it in, we'll get it
How
done.
long clean and green is, the appointments, do you know? They used to be like 4 months away. It was,
That's when we did it, was probably like that month.
okay, so it's not bad. Let's go, we'll give you a month. I mean, it's not too old. We'll give you 30 days and then if you're done, great. If not, we'll.
The other case is Rodriguez, first name Arturo. They're exactly the same transaction. They were dumping tires where it shouldn't have been dumped. So.
They offer you the same, the clean and
Same
green?
deal.
Okay, same thing?
Yes, Judge.
All right. All right, thank you.
Judge, how much time on those?
It's just 30 and still waived on both. He has bottom of page 19 and then top of page 20. Both 30 days, just waived. Oh, hey, Roy, what's up? How are you, man?
I'm here for my law partner, James Rubin. Can I give you your case number? The case has already been dismissed, Judge.
Okay, what is it?
2532424.
On Moncayo.
Yes, just a defendant's motion for return of seized property.
Have you shown it to them?
Yes.
Unopposed?
She's unopposed.
Okay, I'll grant it.
Thank you. We did it on Zoom, but it wasn't signed last time. So.
Okay, we'll just make sure they put it in the queue now and then I'll sign it for it.
Thank you.
For sure. Yeah, hi, James.
Good morning, Judge. I have Michael James. It's an old case, but I was appointed December 9th. I was just appointed about less than a month ago, Judge.
Okay.
And we have a PCI deal worked out where if he does a gun safety course and some anger management, the case will be dismissed. And we get him, how long would you like?
Is he here?
No, Judge, he's here.
Come on up, sir. So a gun class and you said community service?
No, gun safety course and anger management course.
Anger management, okay. Is it like a 2 or 3 hour anger management class?
It's a 4-hour. It's a 4-hour, Judge.
Okay.
They just said do any online one.
2 classes to do and the case gets dismissed.
Yes, sir.
Each class is around 2 to 4 hours. How long do you think it'll take you to get done?
It's not gonna take me long. I'll get on that today.
2 weeks?
Yes, Judge. That'd be
All right.
plenty of time.
Okay, all right. Good luck.
Thank you so much.
You
Thank
too.
you, Judge.
Okay, ready?
Yes, Judge. May I approach?
Hi, yes, of course.
I filed on Presa.
Presa.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Uy.
my intention was to work it out.
It's 225 days old. I think that now we'll get their attention. We'll see. If they come in, we can still do it at any time, but I'm not gonna roll it when it's SFBF today, you know? Yeah, and then just whenever, at some point, they'll either get picked up. If they wanna come in and do it, bring them in, we'll just do it. Okay? So how many times, let me see how many times he's missed. I normally set it around 5,002 if they've missed 2 times. I don't know how many times he's missed, so let me see. Okay, I'll do 5,001. Okay, sure. All right.
I was told I needed to approach on Mr. McCullum. He's not here today.
We have quite the, did you represent him before?
No.
Okay, we have quite the history with this gentleman.
Okay.
Where he's had a couple cases in here with numerous bond violations. He pled not too long ago, or,
Yeah.
no, I think, did it get dismissed or did he plead? I
I
don't know.
think one of them pled and the other one got dismissed.
So he's now picked up a new case. All I know is that he's charged with evading arrest. He picked up a new case on the 30th. And we've gotten letters, or I'm sorry, emails stating that because of this case, I think he like broke his leg in half, is what he's saying. He broke his knees, tibia, fibia. I don't know. He's provided Victoria some kind of paperwork. I don't know if it's legitimate or not. It appears to be, but I was going to do probable cause number one to see, was there really an injury that occurred? I don't know.
It says he tripped and fell. The officer indicated that he tripped and fell as he was running.
Mind?
Yes.
Happen, please.
On December 29th, 2024, an officer observed another officer driving through a parking lot of 2901 Westridge Street with emergency equipment on and chirping sirens due to a large crowd loitering on the property with no loitering signs. The officer observed in the left side mirror the defendant toss an object underneath a motor vehicle on the property. The officer made a U-turn and observed the defendant reaching under the same motor vehicle, retrieve the object, and reach into his front waistband as if placing the object. The defendant then tossed the object under another motor vehicle. The officer wearing full uniform told the defendant to come towards him and asked what he had dropped. The defendant walked towards the officer, stating he did not drop anything. The officer grabbed the defendant's left hand and attempted to handcuff, and the defendant took off on foot. The officer chased the defendant, and the defendant tripped on a drainage. The defendant evaded for approximately 100 feet. The officer looked underneath the motor vehicle and retrieved an unholstered black Glock. The defendant was identified by his Texas driver's license.
Did he suffer an injury as a result of that trip and fall? Does the officer notate? Because from what the email says is that he went to the hospital at that time. Is that what that says?
Doesn't say anything in the DIMS.
No, and it does not say anything regarding whether he was taken directly to JPC or whether he was taken to the hospital. This is a Houston Police Department case, so we do have the offense report, so I can.
Do you mind looking it up real quick?
Yeah.
Maybe just the DIMS doesn't say it. The emails that we've gotten is saying that he's in such pain and such dire circumstance that he cannot make it to court. But I have quite the history with this gentleman where
Yes, so he was taken to the hospital due to a leg injury. He was taken in an ambulance.
Does say that?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. So I've appointed you to represent him. If you don't mind reaching out to him to see how bad is it? When can we get him here? How? And we'll go from there.
I did see he has felony on the 30th, so I'll see if I can get in contact with him and find out if he's going to come to that, and if so, we'll just do it the same day.
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
Okay.
Okay, great.
Okay, perfect.
That way you can, now, one more thing. In the past, he has also emailed me with a bunch of stuff before. So when you reach out to him,
Communicate
don't
or anything.
call me, don't email. It's been quite, just please.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay.
Are we given, because you said you wanted to think about the hospitals.
I don't know, let's, for now, I don't know, what do you think?
Well, if he's got felony on the 30th, can we do the 30th, and then that way, if he has to come to felony for it, we've got that.
I mean, we haven't even arraigned him. That's the problem. I haven't even done an arraignment. I haven't done anything with him. That's why I brought you here, because he hasn't even, we've literally rolled his arraignment for 3 days in a row and he hasn't even made it here for an arraignment. So that's why I wanted to put you on to see how can I even get him here for an arraignment.
Okay.
So I guess
Can we do maybe
Monday? Okay. Yeah.
And then I'll see, I'll let you guys know. that you-
Yep. Counsel, you ready?
Yes.
Come on. Thank you for coming. Come on up, sir. And the name, what was the last name again? That's right. So you are Kenneth Allen, correct? So Mr. Allen, we had started to do probable cause, but I wanted to wait no, over there. So that we get your perspective on it. So, all right, so you stand charged with criminal trespass. You're facing up to 6 months in jail. We're going to do probable cause again now that your lawyer's here. Okay, please.
Judge. On December 30th, 2024, the officer was dispatched to a doctor's office in Harris County, Texas, in regard to a criminal trespass. The officer made contact with the complainant and the witness, who both stated the defendant had an appointment at the doctor's office several hours prior, was asked to leave, and the defendant stated he was not going to leave. The officer found the defendant, and the complainant and witness pointed to him, stating that it was indeed the defendant. The officer asked the defendant, told the defendant he needed to leave or he would be arrested, to which the defendant refused, stated, "Let's do this," and turned around, putting his hands behind his back.
Is the witness.
So let me see, Your Honors.
I mean, he had authority to be there, and I know that you can revoke that, you know, when you overstay your welcome.
Yes,
right?
Judge. So the complainant is the office manager and the witness is security guard.
Okay. Did you want to add anything?
Well, Judge, my issue is he's been at that facility for years, and he has 3 separate doctors within the same UT facility. And he was there for his doctor's appointment. And there's some contention as far as whether he was asked to leave or not, considering that doctor's appointments take months to schedule in advance, sometimes up to 6 months. So I don't believe that if he had a right to be able to see the doctor, I don't believe that a person that's unidentified, the original complainant, I think her name was Amy, should be able to come in and tell him to leave, if in fact she told him to leave. So I think there's.
I know, I guess here we have an office manager that's telling him to go, refuses to, so then the security gets involved.
Yes, Judge. And then he still refused to leave once security got involved. And we contacted the complainant as well, and to add.
You had spoken to the complainant?
Yes.
Oh, okay, tell me.
And the complainant said that the defendant was sitting in the lobby after his visit, and the reason he was asked to leave is because they had a prior incident where they investigated him doing some inappropriate conduct, and that's why they asked him to leave after his visit had concluded, and then he refused to leave.
Do they still want him not to go over there? I mean, I think that there's probable cause to go forward now. Did you speak to them? Tell me.
They said he's no longer a patient.
No longer a patient. Okay. So you can't go back there. Okay, Mr. Prowler, if you must find a doctor, but it appears that they don't want you to go there anymore, at this particular doctor's office. Okay.
Well, Judge, not adding, like I mentioned, he has 3 separate doctors within the same building. So is the court asking him to stay away from that particular single
Correct.
office?
Right.
Okay,
So if you have business in another part of the building, you can go. Just don't go back to this office, because chances are, if you go back there, they're probably going to call the police and they're going to charge you with another trespass. So don't go back over there, because they've warned you not to go back. If you go back, you can get charged again. Go to the other offices, like, hopefully they're just not next door, because that's going to be a real pain. But okay, so then just stay away from wherever that office is, and you can use the other 2 places. But I'm not barring you from the building, just from going back to that particular office. What is the confusion?
Oh, I want to bring to your attention this alleged other incident.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. The only thing, my concern is going forward. Right. You were on notice now that you're not supposed to go. What suite is this?
It's a UT Physicians Bel Air station, so I don't know how they organized that office there. So I think just one system. Is not necessarily separate offices, like different. Just be
if he has 2 other doctors that he sees there.
And that's part of the issue, because again, so it's part of the same system. So I don't know. They do have multiple doctors there, but it would be at the same facility. And they told us that he's no longer a patient at the facility. So presumably that means no doctors there, but we can clarify if you would
I
like.
think you need to.
Yes.
You definitely need to, because this could be a potential problem.
Yes, we can
And
certainly
he's saying
clarify.
he's still seeing 2 other doctors
Yes,
there. They may not know of the other 2 doctors. You want to do that real quick to see, real quick? Can you give me 5-10 minutes? Let me see. So, hey, Alex, also see, I mean, are there different, in most like buildings, there's suite 101, 102, 201, 202. How do they do it over there?
Yes,
Is it
Judge.
by like
We'll see how they organize.
the suite, and then
Yes, Judge.
is it possible that he can see the other 2?
Yes,
And then, okay, yeah. Will,
Hey, Judge, good morning.
hey, good morning.
There's a jackhammer going on outside my window, so apologies for that if it
No,
comes up.
I don't think we can hear it. What's going on with you, man?
Okay, I have a client that I represent on a felony case here in Harris County out of Judge Morton's court. And I know he was picked up on a warrant out of Louisiana. I was trying to figure it out. Anyway, I saw he was on docket today there. Last name's Rodriguez.
He said he's on docket today?
Yeah, he's in custody as a fugitive case.
Okay, hold on. Are you representing him in the fugitive case?
No, I represent him in the felony case.
Okay.
He has a pending felony here in Harris County that he's on bond for, but he was picked up on a warrant out of Louisiana. He's been in custody, and I think he got put on your docket today.
So we have Sonia representing him.
Okay. And can you tell me what happened today with him, or has anything happened?
I don't know. Let me see. It looks like he made bond on his felony case. So does he have a? Do you have a waiver? You say a waiver that's been signed in that case? Do you see?
For Rodriguez?
Yeah.
When it was filled out today, or it's already in the system?
I don't know. I don't see anything. You said you saw a waiver?
No, that's what Sonia had said, that it was already a signed waiver in place.
Did he waive already? I don't know. I don't have any, so I don't know. I don't know, Will. I have no idea.
Because I know she said she was already.
You could reach out to Sonia. You can also reach out to today at the DA's office, Day Kim.
Yeah.
Reach out to him. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't have either of them here to be able to tell me what happened, and there's nothing online, so I have no idea.
Okay.
Typically, when,
Just so you know, we are waiting for Amy to come back for a fugitive case with Ricardo.
Amy's supposed to come back, so just hang tight and we can tell you.
Okay. And tell me, can you finish what you're saying? I've never quite understood the fugitive thing on waiving extradition. How does that work?
We got this morning.
So he waived.
Okay.
So essentially, we're waiting for the other jurisdiction to see if they come pick him up.
He has 14 days, right? Okay. Does he have a bond set in that Louisiana case? Do we know?
I don't know.
Okay. Okay.
Let me
I'll come back to.
wait for Amy to get here, and then we can tell you more. Okay? Yeah, give me a couple.
I may have to.
Or if
Okay,
you don't
I'll
have
hang on.
time, you can come back or whatnot. It's up to you.
I will get back in touch at some point today, for sure.
Okay.
Thanks, Judge.
All right. Hi, you ready?
No, the report is still not ready. I was just gonna ask if we could roll it till tomorrow, Judge. My client had to be back at work
What
at
happened?
12. And
Working on the report right now. They got all the information this morning, so.
Does it look like everything's done?
Everything is done.
Okay, so yeah, we'll waive it. We'll roll it and waive it to tomorrow.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Okay. Marcos, you made it. Great.
Yes, Judge.
Sorry, I just saw, I wasn't even looking and I just,
18, bottom of 18, what was the bond amount?
5,002. We're waiting for them to re-rip. They're re-ripping. Yeah, but there will be state bond conditions.
Your Honor, for Prowler, William stepped out and attempted, but he was unable to get a hold of the complainant at this time. So
All right, so I guess for the moment, let's just craft conditions that he's not to have any contact with any of the complaining witnesses in these cases.
yes, Judge.
Just at some point, reach out to them, let them know that this is what we put on.
Yes, Judge.
If there's a problem again, let you guys know, and then we'll address it accordingly, you know?
Absolutely. So for now, there's no contact with the complainant.
Yeah, and no going back to that particular office if there is one.
Okay. Yes.
I mean, doctors have offices, don't they?
Because the way we have it is it's the building, the address for the building, and it's a UT physician's building. So
I know, but then there are like sub offices within.
yes, Judge. So that's what we'll try to clarify. But for now, how do you want us to craft it? Just for now, the
Just
building.
no contact with complaining witnesses in case, don't go back to this particular doctor's office.
Yes, Judge.
Thank you, Judge.
And I think that it's enough notice so you know what you can and can't do, because that's ultimately
But
what,
I think there, if my interpretation was correct, when she said facility, she meant they weren't going to schedule any more appointments with them, so that should
yeah,
help the situation.
yeah. Counsel,
Yes.
come on out.
So, I was doing my due diligence on my end. And I
Great.
made contact with, another provider in the facility. He is a current patient there at this time.
Right.
So I just wanted to verify on our side.
Alex, did you hear this?
Oh, I apologize.
And Will, because this is your like, deal as well. So they've verified that counsel has verified that he's seeing another doctor at that facility.
Okay.
So what we'll do, like I said, you are on notice of what you can and can't do. We don't want you to go to the complaining witnesses in this over there, wherever they may be, wherever their office is. You understand? You can see your doctor if you have another doctor there, but I don't want you to have contact with these people here.
If I understand you correctly, Judge, I can continue doctor's appointments there, but don't.
How is the facility divided up?
This building is not the best building to have doctors in, to be perfectly honest with you. But you get off the elevators or stairwell, whatever route you choose, and like it kind of wings off. Let's say.
Is there a possibility that you're going to run into these people?
The same floor, separate floors.
Yeah, I'm sorry, under what circumstances, Judge?
I don't want you to run into these people.
Is there a
When
way,
we say these people,
is there a way you can get to your other doctors without going to the cardiologist? In front of that building, in front of that suite?
oh, I think I understand what you're saying.
Is there a different way you can go around?
I mean, it shouldn't be this difficult.
I know.
I don't understand why I mean, what is the doctor's name or what is the facility? Who are we talking
So
about here?
talking about an Amy Whitetree. So she's the office manager for whatever department she's in.
I don't want you to have contact with these people.
Can I tell you something, Judge? I don't know, I mean, I now know who she is, but she did not identify herself at the date of, on the date of the incident.
Okay.
And she didn't have a UT badge or anything. Some woman came and talked with me. Now I understand she has a name. I sure would like to hear the complainant's name, if that's okay with you all.
I don't want any more issues. If they call me and they say that you're becoming a disturbance there, I'm going to revoke your bond and I'm going to put you in jail. Do you understand? I don't want to make this any more difficult than it is. You know what you can, you know what you can't do. The condition of your bond is you're not to have any contact with the complaining witnesses in this case, not to go where they work. They don't want you to go where they work. That's it. If we get wind that that there's any issues, only one thing's gonna happen. You know what you can and can't do. I just don't know how else to explain it, but
Sure,
yeah.
that's pretty clear. And that'll be the only condition, Judge. This is his first contact with law enforcement. He's a retired captain of the Houston Fire Department for 22 years.
Okay.
So he's not gonna be in trouble whatsoever. It's still misunderstanding.
Yeah, and if it gets to the point where you may need to find another doctor because it becomes impossible for you not to run into them, but you're the one that's on bond for this case, right? We'll give you as much as we can, but I just don't want any more problems. I don't want them to live in fear. I don't want them to live in, oh my God, is he going to come back? No, we've told you what the expectations are. That's it. Okay. If you have any questions, you've got a lawyer. He can help you out. If there are any issues that arise in the future, you can always come back here. We have an open door policy. So we're always here for you, whatever you may need. Don't take matters into your own hands and just be good. That's it. We'll have conditions for you to sign after you're done with that. Then you're on your way.
Thinking appearances are way for.
Correct. So because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance. You don't have to waste your time coming to court here, but you must stay in touch with counsel and he will tell you when you have to come back to court.
Sure.
If he tells me that you've gone AWOL and he can't get a hold of you, you're not answering phone calls or text messages, that's when we revoke bonds. You pick up a new case, I'm going to revoke the bond. Okay? All right, guys. All right. So they're going to have it filed, let you sign it, and then you're on your way. Okay. Of course. Thanks. I got Miss Teeters coming in now.
Right. So I was gonna approach on that. I wanted to see if we could bring Miss Britton out.
Miss Britton?
Yeah, she's a fugitive case.
Ask him to bring her.
Yeah, we just needed to confirm Miss Teeters was on the Zoom call.
Katie.
Yes, Judge.
Hi.
Hi, Judge.
Thank you for joining us.
Yes, Judge. Sorry, I've been running all around today.
Good exercise.
Yeah.
Unless it's virtual, then it's no exercise.
No, it's been in person for most of it.
Do you want something? Is that what you want?
A bond, Judge, ask for a bond.
Okay. Will, did you want to talk? What do you want to talk
Just
about?
briefly, so I talked to my client, it's kind of a crazy situation. So you said he waived extradition already, and the court is not giving him a bond on the.
No one has approached me for anything. All I know is that he signed that piece of paper and it's the only thing I know.
Okay.
I don't know anything else. I haven't talked to anyone about the case, so I have no idea. I don't even know when it's set. So you probably talk to Sonia because she can give you more info. But my feeling is that they're probably, there's Amy. Amy, might be able to give you more. Good morning, ma'am. Come on up. Are you Miss Troyanne Marie Britton?
I am.
Miss Britton, you are charged, I'm sorry, you are wanted out of Georgia, Fulton County, Georgia specifically, for possession of a firearm or knife during a commission or of an attempt to commit. I don't know what, it just ends there.
Judge Fleischer.
To commit certain felonies. Your lawyer has asked for me to set you a bond. I don't know. I don't know anything about you. I've never met you before. So I got to see who you are as to see whether I'm going to set you or not. One of the main things is, are you a danger to our community? Number one. Number two, if we set you a bond, are you really going to go back or are you just going to take flight? Those are the things that we're really concerned with here. Amy, tell me about Miss Britton, or Katie, or is it you or
Yes,
anyone?
Judge, I'm here.
Okay,
I would be a little bit concerned, Judge. I am seeing 2 failure to appears already on her criminal history. I see a possession of a pistol by a person under 18.
wait, what was
There's
that?
A possession of a pistol by a person under 18. Interesting charge. And then I see a failure to appear. I see possession of a controlled substance, marijuana charge, willful obstruction of law enforcement officers, and aggravated assault, theft by receiving stolen property, driving without a valid license, another failure to appear.
Is
So
that
I am a
4
little
failure
bit
to appears?
concerned.
That's 4
There's,
failure?
I'm seeing 2 failure to appear, Judge.
Were they fugitive cases or just open cases elsewhere? And where is all that history from?
So I can't tell, Judge, if it's a fugitive case or not. I see that it's out of Fulton County. Let's see. I see Atlanta Police Department. It looks like most of these are out of Fulton County, Judge.
How long ago are the FTAs? Is it a recent or?
So one is from 2023. And the other one is from, trying to look for a date, Judge, is from 2024, from 6/28/2024, it appears.
And I'm assuming that 6/28 one is the one that's holding her right now.
It might be, technically the warrant that we have written down is possession of firearm. So it doesn't specify whether it's a failure to appear warrant
You know
or
when the
not.
hold was placed?
Let's see.
She was booked on our.
It looks like it.
7.
I'm sorry, it looks like it's from February of 24. Yeah, it doesn't, like I said, it does not specify that it's for the failure to appear.
Judge, so she hasn't been before your court. This is one of those cases where I'm not asking for a PR bond. I'm asking for a bond that would ensure that she turns herself into Fulton County. I've talked to her about your requirements if you were to set a bond, how that affects her, how that affects the bond. She needs to present herself. She's got criminal history, I'll give you that, but she hasn't been before your court before. We're asking for an opportunity for her to go turn herself in. She's willing to do that within 14 days and show proof of that. If she doesn't turn herself in, well, then I'm not gonna say, but at this point, it sounds like possession of firearms are most of the cases that she has.
All her cases are dangerous cases.
Correct.
Assault, ag assault, possession of a pistol. Now she's got a pistol case, committing certain felonies. We don't even know what the felonies are. Do you know?
No, Judge, not at this time.
I only heard of
A bunch of FTAs, at least 2 other FTAs. Now we've got a third. What? You really want me to set you a bond? I want hair. Not gonna happen. No, at some point, we got to say when, but you know, you've racked up a bunch of criminal history. How old are you? How old is she?
She's, I think she just turned 19.
19 and all this?
Was that right about that, Troy?
Correct.
Absolutely not. I'm in shock that you're 19. And Katie, how many priors are we talking here? At least like 6, 7, 8?
It appears so, Judge, yes.
No, I'm sorry, but I just, you scared me, Miss Britton. Really, I don't think that I could trust you. I think if I set you a bond, it's something is going to happen, or you're just not going to go back. And I'm sorry, I can't. Right. The good news is that you've made bond on your other case here. So the time is ticking for Georgia to come get you.
She needs to waive today if she wants that to happen.
I'm sorry.
She will need to waive today.
So the process is that you can either waive or you can fight extradition, in which case they will get a governor's warrant, which will take up to 90 days. But if you waive extradition, that gives Georgia up to 14 days to come get you. And if they don't get you within that 14 days, then Harris County releases you. But at 19, with as many priors as you have, including 2 failure to appears, you really scare me. And I don't think that it would just that it's time to pay. Just can't trust you, Ms. Britton. Sorry.
Would you consider any amount?
No, I mean, all that and you're 19. It's hard enough being a person of color in today's society. And now with all these priors, all you're doing is you're digging yourself a grave. You're making yourself unemployable. You know, this life can be a great journey where you buy nice things, you take nice vacations, you get married, you have kids, and they come up to you, hey, I love you, mommy, I love you, daddy, you know? Or it can be a rotten, miserable of an existence where you in and out of jail at 19, all these serious priors. Come on. Stop. It's time to grow up. And me giving you a bond now would be just enabling you and telling you what you're doing is okay. It's not. And now we'll wait for Georgia to come get you. Thanks.
Thank you, Judge.
Hey, guys.
Hey, good,
Whoa.
oh, yes.
Whoa.
Good.
Yes.
morning. Don't guess me. I'm here in love. You told me to give you the travel. Yes, Iron Dawes has travel.
No.
Yes, he does.
Is he here? He's coming.
It will take him a couple days to get from India. But he has it finally.
I'm
I'm floored.
It's wonderful. So however you want to do it, I'm happy to do it.
He needs the warrant lifted so he can travel because he's about to have a conviction.
Do you have a document saying what was it? He was going to get, was not, yeah, but was it he's waiting to get a visa?
Yes, he had a work visa before COVID. And when COVID happened, it was like, you got to go home. And so he went and he's been there in India all this time. And he's been working his way to get back here. So finally, they were going to send him to upstate, but then he really wanted to be here. So they granted him his request and it will take him 2 days, but he has his travel.
Do you have a plane ticket or something that says that he's going to come? Wonderful.
He says, oh, he starts giving it to me in email. And I said, no.
So this gentleman, he picks up a DWI and he ends up getting deported to India, right? Because we give him a PR bond. He's literally been working for, are we talking 5 years now?
Yes, he's
5 years to try to get a visa to come back here to be able to take care of this case.
Yes,
She's been staying with it that long.
Yeah. He
Amazing.
has resources to help me, so it's not.
You are.
He has resources. He's an engineer. He went to a company party, he been drinking, he decided to be cool. And cool called up.
Slick as grease, huh?
Yeah, so yes, this is his electronic e-ticket with guitar.
No, look, I trust you. You're an officer of the court.
Yes.
I believe you. Just, we'll reinstate, tell me what day you want, and we'll put it on for that day.
That'll be perfect.
It doesn't matter to me, whatever you want.
Okay.
So we need the cause number at least.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
Okay.
It's DAS, right?
Correct. And.
Okay, let me see. Let's see who gets it first.
Oh, all right, I got it.
Okay.
I got 2300140.
2300. That's it.
Yep.
Okay, did you get that? It's 2300 140. I'm just gonna leave the bond as is and I'll reinstate.
So looks like he takes off.
No, it's 2300140. Das is the last name, DAS. Do you need it or no?
Oh, yes, because we're reinstating it a personal bond.
Yeah.
230.
140. And then just tell Victoria whatever day you want, and then we'll put it on for that day. And then once we comes here, we'll just do and or just whatever you need. Good job. Good job.
So we're putting them in for bond conditions?
Yeah. So whatever day, because he's gonna need a couple days, but for whenever he lands. Okay.
Judge, do we need to bring this Britain out for the?
No, no. Okay. I think that's it. I think we're done. What?
There's some places that are falling wrong.
Oh, on
Approbation and which is still restricted more. Let's see, I'm not sure. Garrett is one of them. This is Ray.
yeah, I remember. You said Garrett? I'm on.
Stovall.
I mean, endless.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Lestrap, it looks like you've worked out an agreement. Come on up. I really hope that you heard what I said to you earlier. Every time you go to this Walgreens, they know who you are, every single person. So every time you come back, what do you think they're going to do? They're going to watch you like a hawk, your every single move. You've been trespassed from there. So if you go back there and they call the cops, you're going to be right back in jail. Don't go back. You've worked out an agreement. They're offering you 60 days in jail with credit for the 2 days that you've done on this theft case here. Looks like they're going to dismiss the 2 other thefts that you have. You also need to understand this now makes at least 2 thefts for you. You pick up another theft, you're going to be looking at a felony charge, years instead of days.
Yeah.
You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, you can never change this. Are you sure you want to do this? Guess that's it, right?
Yes, Your Honor. I talked to him. He understands the nature of the consequences.
Okay.
Has no means of being able to afford bond, so we can look at the newer case. So he's opted to take the agreement on the old case.
If you can't ever make bond, if you don't have anyone in this life that's going to bond you out, then why pick up a criminal case? You know what I mean? When you leave here, Mr. Lestrap, come back. If you want a place to sleep, if you want a job, if you want food, I'll give it to you. All you got to do is come back. But if you keep picking up criminal cases, no more PR bonds. Do you understand? There's no excuse. We will give you resources. All you got to do is come back. You're giving up the right to, well, have I gone through the warnings? I don't remember. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. So once you plead guilty, there's no turning back. How do you plead to the offense? Guilty or not guilty? I'm going to find you guilty and I will sentence you to 60 days in jail. I will give you credit for the 2 days that you've done. It's not enhanced, right?
I think there's that.
Okay. All right. All right. Good luck. Or did he say plead guilty?
Yes, sir.
I didn't hear it.
How do you plead to the offense, sir? Guilty or not guilty? All right. I'll find you guilty, sentence you to good luck. Thank you so much, Ray. Okay. Guys, come on up. So we're set for trial on Tuesday, right? You said that, I guess there's baby day school, so they're not, whoever was going to try is not going to be able to be here. I usually give one reset per side, and that's it. I don't know if you've had a reset before in this case. So if you have, that's it, you know.
I'm seeing for under the settings.
What is the cause number, if you don't mind?
Oh, yeah, it's 2499532.
No, that can't, no, 2499153.
2499532.
I'm sorry.
Shane Prowler. Shane Prowler.
Judges, press set.
I know, but has the state gotten a, have I granted them a continuance before? I know that this case has been reset for trial before, but I don't remember who did it.
I believe they had problems with the witness, maybe. And that something with one of the witnesses. I don't see a motion for continuance, but seems like there was a problem with one of their witnesses.
I always ask them to file a motion too, you know, but I don't know why. Who had this case before? Do you remember? With DA?
That was Morgan's case.
I don't see a motion for continuance. Do you want one?
Judge, I apologize. There was no motion, but they were trying to get a transcript of a tape or something. If you look in the
Oh, that's right.
in the images,
They needed like 60 or 90 days to get it.
Right.
Right. I remember that. Yeah. Tell me tell me, what's the word?
Yeah, we, Your Honor, we do have a note that we requested that translation. I don't have any notes in here regarding the discussions of PTI. We did have probation and time served on there.
Yeah, and she can't take time served. My position is, Judge, we don't know what's gonna happen over the next 4 years, but she is legally, but I don't know what.
Would you be interested in the PTI or no?
I would have to talk to her, Judge. I'd have to talk to her. Because of the circumstances are kind of strange with this, as you can well imagine, when they got a situation where it takes 60 to 90 days to get an interpretation. She was a trial. That's what the problem.
Been, I mean, if she wasn't driving, then she can't do a PTI because a PTI, you have to admit responsibility. And if you're not driving, then you can't accept responsibility, you know? So, and I don't, have you guys done any eval to see whether you guys can prove up driving? I don't know.
Out to Morgan to see if she had received any information that maybe she has the translations and she looked at it. I'm trying to see right now what she's done so far.
But we do have notes in our DA work product regarding what was seen on the body worn camera.
And I'm not asking you to say anything,
Yeah.
right? I'm just, I mean, if you think it's good for trial, then it's good for trial, right?
Morgan has not received anything for translation. We need to eval without.
You haven't?
We don't have it. So she requested and she never heard back from the translation request. So we would need to look at the case again without
I
them.
mean, I've literally reset this case for 90 days.
Yes, Judge,
If it
so-
never got done, I'm moving forward.
Yes,
I
Judge.
don't care. you
Yes,
know?
Judge, and we understand. So we would request maybe a week at the most.
No,
Okay.
let's do this. Today's Tuesday, let's reconvene maybe Thursday at the latest Friday.
Yes, Judge.
But I'm gonna tell you now, if the translation didn't get done,
Yes, Judge.
I don't care. We're going. I gave whoever it was 90 days for it to get done.
Yes,
If
Judge.
they never got done, then that's not, I mean, a lot of times you got to follow up because so many people just don't do what they're supposed to do and it sucks, but.
And of course, you got people coming in and leaving, Judge, and I understand that. as well.
And that's the other problem is that there's the
but I-
turnover, especially with,
Yeah. Yeah.
And we understand, Judge.
so pick a day, Thursday or Friday, let's come back, eval it, see if you have your stuff ready to go, and then we'll talk and reconvene. At least this way gives you at least a little bit of time to look and speak with whomever and.
Yes, Judge.
Yeah, okay, all right.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
And this young lady came and got me, so I appreciate that. Thank you.
It's like catching a unicorn. It really is. That's a great job. It's like winning the lottery when we get you, really. That's how popular you are.
Kind of died.
I know.
And.
It's a shame. He was such a nice guy.
It's been a while.
He's great. When is her?
The 11th.
Okay.
So.
I'll be there. Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Next week, December 14th, the trial, it's David DA week. They're gonna be on.
They're off docket. They're not. The judge is gonna decide what to do when they come back either Thursday.
When we reconvene, we'll get to it. All right.
You want to say Thursday, Judge?
Are you okay with Thursday?
Yes,
Yes, Judge, Thursday's fine.
Thursday. No, we're just coming back to talk about it. There's no need to move it. Leave it as is. We're just gonna come back, kind of like in an informal discussion. Okay.
Uh-oh.
All right, are we done? Come on. You said we have 2 pleas?
This is off docket. I don't know if he's even here. I haven't gotten his signature.
What's the cause number?
2466143, but he hasn't even shown up. He's right.
Exactly.
Brian Garris.
Garris was here earlier. Is she on docket today?
No, this is off docket. This person's set for February 25th.
Jerry, what's the case number?
2466143.
I'm calling Brian. Just saying.
Judge, he reset that one with me.
Today?
He reset it yesterday to February.
Yeah. He's not here and he's usually good about being here. If there's gonna be something must have. So maybe it got filed accidentally.
Can I have lunch, please?
Yes.
We need to dismiss her.
Did you said you have one more?
No, that was it.
That's it?
The other one was here too.
Okay, all right, guys, we're done. What about the gentleman?
I'm trying to, he was a fugitive that they were trying to see if they were gonna nominate it or not.
Judge, I did have a question for you. We asked the sheriff's department to change the release reason on when, and he's bonded out, and she wants to change the release reason to release for teletype because the agency doesn't want it. The sheriff's department said they wanted to be here right before doing it. I don't think it, I told them, I don't think it matters as long as they're out.
I don't,
But requesting it, and they wanted to ask,
what do they want me to do?
just say yes, say yes, if you're okay with them saying he's released for teletype instead of he's released for bond.
But
Judge.
Amy,
It's okay. Katie and I are discussing with Megan right now, which is why we haven't.
this is on Nguyen?
Yeah, it's just in this case. Chisholm's okay with rolling it to tomorrow. We're just trying to figure out if we can actually do. Katie's trying to figure out if we can actually.
Does he need to be here tomorrow? I mean, if we're gonna roll it, does he need to be here?
So yeah. I don't want to say no. Yeah.
What are you doing? What's the holdup?
We're trying to make sure we can actually dismiss it based on the way they tried to go through releasing the hold.
How did they release the hold?
It was through DA letterhead instead of like through sheriff's office stuff. So like there's a certain process to how it's supposed to be released. So Katie's just making sure it's actually done.
How long do you think it's gonna take to get a response?
That I don't know. It's through Katie. So
Because it's, the thing is that, you know, you get a teletype that says, hey, we don't want him anymore, and then they get it dismissed. But the way it came through now is on a DA letterhead, which is not kosher. It never comes like that, so that's weird. Why did it come like that? So, and I don't know how long it's gonna take for them to get a teletype. I mean, it's already nearly 1 o'clock. I mean, we can't possibly sit here for 4 hours waiting because it may take. So I guess let's roll it to tomorrow and just let them know they got to come back. If you know, and do this, get a phone number. So if we get a response before the end of business today, we can reach out to them and let them know, hey, it's been dismissed. You don't need to come back. But if we have not gotten a response from the demanding jurisdiction, then we need them to come back. I mean, he's out anyways.
right, he's on the bond. So
Ryan, I had here that you're not doing a plea today, are you? Oh, yes. All right. So you want me to hold the plea paperwork?
Well, I haven't even had her fill it out yet. So she and I were talking. We've got it on our end.
Well, just look, it doesn't matter. Don't say anything. I don't have to stay here. I don't want to know anything. So let's just, you guys come when you want to come. But you're set for February. So whatever you want.
Get and make them prepare for something that wasn't going to go to trial.
Okay. Well, thank you for the professional courtesy.
Yes, thank you,
All right.
Judge.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
Judge, so we'll go ahead and roll for.
Yeah, we'll roll to tomorrow.
Thank you so much.
Okay. And then if, is Dave working today or no?
He'll be back tomorrow. Today's Katie, so.
I think Megan may have my cell phone number. So just tell her if you guys decide to dismiss it today, let me know so I can sign it and then we can let him know so that he doesn't have to make just a trip for nothing. Yeah? Okay. Just confirm that it's the right one, you know, so we know. Just